This is Craig Haugard with your Financial Issues Ag Update. Well, corn prices closed higher yesterday as funds were buyers of 25,000 contracts during the session. We've now closed higher for 12 consecutive sessions, driven by decent demand for corn and South American weather worries. Well, I don't know of anything that can humble you quicker than the commodities market, and soybeans certainly did that to me yesterday. When Monday's price action put in a key reversal lower, I was pretty certain that we would see the market pull back. And roughly 90% of the time, that's what happens when you have a key reversal. But yesterday, that other 10% was clearly in charge. When a report came out showing that the managed money crowd held a position that was 50,000 contracts less long than the trade anticipated, we saw funds step in and buy 20,000 contracts yesterday. Soybean meal led the bean complex higher, with meal now approaching price levels that in the past have been associated with extreme livestock ingredient rationing. Now, Argentina is the leading exporter of soybean meal, so the port strikes in that nation are bullish as they're keeping meal out of the world marketplace. There are at least 162 ships waiting offshore of Argentina while that strike drags on. Finally, we also want to keep an eye on South American weather. Argentina continues to suffer from a lack of rain. The last USDA forecast projected their production at 50 million metric tons, but we're now seeing some private forecasters putting out numbers as low as 45 million. This bean market is probably going to remain pretty volatile. Wheat kind of meekly followed corn and soybeans yesterday with a lack of any new news. Russia's extended weather forecast has turned wetter, as has the U.S. Southern Plains forecast. Across the pond, EU wheat prices were stronger on hopes of capturing some Algerian business, as well as renewed strength in the U.S. wheat market. Cotton futures continue to make a push back towards their recent highs. At the close yesterday, we had March futures 66 points higher as they settled at 77.01. Livestock futures were mixed for the session. We had February live cattle ending the day $1.20 lower, while March feeder cattle were down $1.37.5. Lean hog futures turned in a stronger performance, with the February futures up 70 cents at the closing bell. Class 3 milk futures filled the gap that we'd left back on December 23rd and then just kept on dropping. At the close, we had January futures 16 points lower as they settled at $16.26. Meat cutout values were mixed. Choice box beef was $2.48 higher, closing at $210.30. Select boxes were down $1.17 as they settled at $195.48. Pork carcass cutout values were stronger once again. They're up 51 cents to close at $72.36 per hundredweight. This has been Craig Haugard with your Financial Issues Ag Update. We'll be right back with more financial issues after this.